that I'm so tired of being nice, tired of kissing up. You're saying I'm the one who told you not to go have fun. I'm not. Let's do it somewhere else.
Howdy folks, and welcome to the Season 7 finale of the Rochester Indie Musician Spotlight, Rochester's premier music and interview show. We're so glad that we brought you another incredible season of excellent artists in our new streamlined format. We had 6 awesome episodes, and it's been really cool. So thank you all for being part of the ride on this one. Today, we're chatting with Joe Stehle and the Sideways, a band that's maybe in this configuration new to the community, but you see a bunch of these cats playing with awesome bands around town. They're a punchy pop soul band with a jazzy twist. As their horn arranger once said, it's what Quincy would do. Something like that. Anyway, please give Joe and the Sideways a warm spotlight round of applause. Before we get going, let's hear from the people who make this show possible. Josh Pettinger and crew at Wicked Squid Studios on Smith Street in Rochester have the expertise, experience, and the facility to handle all of your band's needs with an emphasis on community experience and fun. Drop them a line today to schedule your next recording session or to become a member of their studio today. This episode is brought to you by Bop Shop Records, Bernunzio Uptown Music, SoundSource, and Three Heads Brewing. Our home again this season is the warm, creative space of Bop Shop Records. At 1460 Monroe Avenue, Bop Shop Records is celebrating 30 years of presenting live creative music and is the best place in the 585 for jazz, blues, and classic rock in a curated vinyl selection. Bernunzio Uptown Music, located in Rochester's East End, has been providing Rochester and the world with quality vintage, new, and used string instruments since 1976. Bernunzio's also offers concerts, workshops, and jam sessions. They are now also a registered Stetson hat dealer. Find your sound in a Stetson. Trusted by musicians, recording engineers, and consumers, SoundSource is the place to go for audio gear, repair, consignment needs, and to have all your questions answered by knowledgeable and friendly staff. Visit them at 161 Norris Drive today. Good people, great beer, amazing music. Three Heads Brewing on Atlantic Avenue is quickly becoming a Rochester and regional favorite for unique brews and one-of-a-kind music. Concerts are Thursday through Saturday, with the Rochester residency kicking each week off, but the beer and good times are on tap every day of the week. Joe, thanks so much for your time, brother. Really appreciate it. So, quick side story. I was brought out to a freelance gig to shoot this band. After about 30 seconds, I said, I got to have these guys on the spotlight. So it's really cool that we made this happen in a pretty short time frame, I might add. Let's introduce everyone else in the band, just so we know. Of course, Joe is singing and playing piano, as you saw in the intro. Saw Sean Brogan, guitar, Dexter Reddick, bass, Marco Sirigliano, drums, Lou Bonilla, trumpet, Malcolm Williamson, trombone. He also is responsible for these awesome horn arrangements. Shout out Flat 9, Flat 13. He knows what I'm talking about. Craig Abraham, sax, and Aaron Shewan, French horn. Before we talk about the band, let's start off nice and easy. Are you a Rochester native?
I'm not. I moved here to go to college. Went to NAS for about a year. Didn't work out, obviously. So at that point, I just kind of... I got stuck here. I couldn't leave. I love it here.
I was going to say, it's amazing. It's like a black hole of great musicians. We're glad you stuck around. What were you studying at NAS?
I started off doing music education. Eventually moved to music therapy.
Right.
Always the focus was music, though.
I was going to say, was that a big focal point in your life when you were growing up?
You know, it was never something that I ever even considered doing without. I always wanted to be a musician from like the age of 12 on.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out the girls liked it.
I mean that's a reasonable answer. You know what I mean? Like, he's being honest about it. Appreciate it. What was your first instrument?
My first instrument was piano.
Right. Now, were you a little one when you started that?
Yeah, I was 5 I think it was 5.
Wow, you really started young.
Yeah.
So it took you about 7 years to realize that, to realize what you needed to realize.
Middle school's tough.
Exactly, it is. When did you start singing?
I started singing, I mean, I guess I always kind of sang, but I really didn't start singing any choirs or any bands or anything like that until I'd say about 10th or 11th grade. When I was in high school, I had a choir teacher that kind of pushed me into it.
Right.
I'd played in every other group in the school except for the choir. So
Exactly. Right. You're conscripted. Well, it seems to have worked out for you. When did you start writing songs?
actually, right about when I started Sideways.
Wow. That was the very first time you started writing tunes.
Yeah, I was going through a rough patch, and I wrote this song called Black and Blue, and around then was right when I met Dexter and our old guitar player Logan, and they both really just encouraged me to keep writing and keep producing music, and it really just changed everything for me. Before that, I had tried writing some jazz stuff, but none of it really kind of clicked with me.
Right. So so you started writing jazz stuff. Was jazz a part of your household growing up?
I pretty much grew up on Ella Fitzgerald Sings the Cole Porter Songbook.
That's a great record, man. I love Cole Porter.
My favorite of all time.
I was gonna say I knew there was something about you I liked. I was like, that's one of my favorite records too. So when you started writing, you was gravitating towards the jazz stuff, and that's still kept up in the Sideways. I mean, we joked earlier that this is a what would Quincy do sort of band.
Absolutely. I mean, when I started writing all this stuff, it really was me taking everything that I was doing with the jazz and trying to put limits on myself, because I would tend to get lost in my own head. I wouldn't really know what I was writing. I would just kind of
just
musical vomit.
Right. Exactly.
So I was like, why not do pop?
Right. Talk about stuff girls like, right?
Oh, absolutely. And around the time when I started writing this, I discovered Wolfpack. I discovered this band Lawrence. Absolutely.
I was going to say, West Coast Will's a giant fan of Wolfpack, so
Huge
just
Wolfpack
like
fan.
I felt like the weight of that statement just like rocket back to where he was standing. So, man, Wolfpack's awesome. I think Corey Wong's coming to Rochester soon, isn't he?
Yeah, he played here. Oh, he's playing at
one of those festivals.
Yeah,
we'll put it in post. We don't need to put it. We don't need to figure it out right now. We'll put a little lower third at the bottom here. So. You mentioned that your original guitarist was Logan, so you went from a Logan to a Brogan. But other than that, how did this band come together?
Well, I mean, I just happened to meet all the right people at the right time. Right as I started writing this music, like I said, I met Dexter and Logan. We started going to all the pro jams, stuff like that, out at like Temple, all the bars in town. And it kind of escalated. We had a different drummer back then, Jamie Green, so talented. He stuck with us for a while, and then we had to switch just to some scheduling stuff. Just didn't work out.
He's a busy dude.
Yeah, he's really busy. So we got lucky enough to get Marco. We've been through a lot of lineup changes in the last 2 years of really being in a band.
Right. But this seems to have solidified enough that you got a horn section.
Yeah, that took some doing. It really did. This is actually probably our second show with a full horn section.
Beautiful.
Because it's almost impossible to get 8 people in the same room.
It is a lot. And I was going to say, sometimes it's hard to just get myself and a bunch of cameras in one room. Why'd you want a horn section?
You know, I always pictured it as kind of like a modern interpretation of a jazz band, like a big jazz band. And from the get-go, I knew that I needed horns, but just didn't have the people behind me to push it forward.
Right.
And eventually I kept on asking Malcolm to help me out with horn arrangements. And eventually he warmed down. He said yes. And he just did such a beautiful job with all of them. Yeah,
no, they're really cool arrangements. That's one of the things that jumped out to me as someone who also grew up with jazz. It's just like you get a certain kind of stank face when you hear a flat nine. You're like, ooh, that's nice. So, man, that's awesome. Any upcoming projects you want to tease, or you're just trying to keep the band going here?
We're starting to plan out our first album.
Exciting stuff.
Kind of working out on how many tracks it's going to be and where we're going to record it. But we've been arranging for a little bit, trying to get everything nailed down. Really, really excited for it.
Oh, that's an awesome thing. So you're actually playing a set of all original music for us, which is really cool. But if you happen to see the Sideways out to play some pretty tasty covers as well. So let's give Joe a round of applause. He got through most of the questions. So if you have seen the show before, you know what's coming. This is the lightning round. These are 3 big picture questions, but even though it's called the lightning round, feel free to take your time and pontificate as much as you'd like. If you could accomplish one thing in music and be happy, what would it be?
I guess just to do it for the rest of my life. I had never really been a frontman or played much live music until I got to Rochester. And just being a part of this band, being part of Upward Groove when it started, just really, really got me going and really pushed me into just wanting to do this for the rest of my life.
Right. And this has been an ongoing theme of the Spotlight for a while. We mentioned in the intro that in addition to Rochester being second in the nation in musicians per capita, what do you think makes Rochester such a great place for original music to thrive?
I think people are just a lot more supportive here than in most cities. People are willing to go out to shows.
Right.
People are willing to like buy a CD afterwards. People are just always so supportive.
Yeah, can't agree more. Give yourselves a round of applause who came out and supported local music tonight. That's awesome. One more. I know sometimes this is a bit of a silly question, but do you have any advice for aspiring artists?
Be stubborn. Just always be stubborn. You know, there's a million times when this band could have broken up, or any of the projects that I've been in could have broken up, but just not letting it happen and just keep on keeping on. Just always.
Perfect. Joe, thank you so much for your time, my friend. Really appreciate it. I'm Dan Gross. Give Joe a big Spotlight round of applause, would you please? Thanks for watching this season of the Rochester Indie Musician Spotlight, and we'll see you again real soon. Josh Pettinger and crew at Wicked Squid Studios on Smith Street in Rochester have the expertise, experience, and the facility to handle all of your band's needs with an emphasis on community experience and fun. Drop them a line today to schedule your next recording session or to become a member of their studio today. This episode is brought to you by Bop Shop Records, Bernunzio Uptown Music, Sound Source, and Three Heads Brewing. Our home again this season is the warm, creative space of Bop Shop Records. At 1460 Monroe Avenue, Bop Shop Records is celebrating 30 years of presenting live creative music and is the best place in the 585 for jazz, blues, and classic rock in a curated vinyl selection. Bernunzio Uptown Music, located in Rochester's East End, has been providing Rochester and the world with quality vintage, new, and used string instruments since 1976. Bernunzio's also offers concerts, workshops, and jam sessions. They are now also a registered Stetson hat dealer. Find your sound in a Stetson. Trusted by musicians, recording engineers, and consumers, Sound Source is the place to go for audio gear, repair, consignment needs, and to have all your questions answered by knowledgeable and friendly staff. Visit them at 161 Norris Drive today. Good people, great beer, amazing music. Three Heads Brewing on Atlantic Avenue is quickly becoming a Rochester and regional favorite for unique brews and one-of-a-kind music. Concerts are Thursday through Saturday, with the Rochester residency kicking each week off, but the beer and good times are on tap every day of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Spotlight round of applause to the Sideways.
Upright, promising that I feel right, taking chances, making sense of something that just keeps me coming back for more. I've been drinking, I've been cheating, I've been stable for my family. Something's not feeling right, but at least I'm standing upright. Your smile never fades, hope your joy never goes away. On late nights and cloudy days when things don't go your way, keeping on the straight and narrow, being careful to be careful. That's the way to live your life. standing upright, promising that I feel right, taking chances, making sense of something. The juice keeps me coming back for more. I've been drinking, I've been cheating, I've been stable for my family, and something's not feeling right, but at least I'm standing upright. Sister dear, I've tried so hard to come it clean. You keep me honest, keep it simple, keep it easy, easy. Brother dear, I've tried so hard to be free. Now the only person needs convincing. Woe is me. Upright, promising that I feel right, taking chances, making sense of something. The juice keeps me coming back for more. I've been drinking, I've been cheating, I've been stable for my family, and something's not feeling right, but at least I'm standing upright. Like you, when we've had a few too many drinks, you call me when it's 2 or 3 on the weekend. My friends keep telling me you're gonna walk all over me. I know. Two weeks, still ain't heard from you. I'm starting to forget your face. 1 and 2. Call you every day, but you don't wanna hear from me. Can I tell you that I know the way you're thinking? Got a nagging feeling that you don't care. 'Cause I've been wondering lately, why do I keep thinking about you, Juliet? sure about you after more than two. I don't think it's me you want to be talking to tonight. My friends keep telling me you're gonna walk all over me. I know. It's been a couple of months now, and I'm not bitter. I might have missed our moment, but I don't care, 'cause I've been going through the motions. Why do I keep thinking about you, Juliet? Seems the more I give, the more you pull away. I'll stop trying so hard, it's worked for me so far. My friends keep telling me they know what's going on between you and me. It's been a couple of months now, and I'm not bitter. I might have missed our moment, but I don't care, 'cause I've been going through the motions. Why do I keep thinking about you, Juliet? Take you out tonight. Don't care if I sound like a fool. I wanna take you dancing, and while we're dancing, I'll be falling for you. You whispering in my ear, and I'm listening, but it's too loud to hear. I take a guess and I grab your hand and take it back to my place, and we can sleep in late. Oh, we spend the day in our PJs and we're watching cartoons. I'll change the DVD for you. but I want to work to make you smile. And we spend the day in our PJs and we're watching cartoons. Say the DVD for you. I'll cook it clean for you if you want me to. Out of breath after that one. I need some more.
Water break. Water.
Okay.
Literally, everyone in the band is drinking water. I cannot wait to use that for the blooper reel.
It's important. It's important.
I know, but it's just like everyone did it at once.
At least we did it all at once.
You know, right?
It's only one edit for you.
No, that's true. That's totally true. You have to piece it together later.
Riser's there for the show.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Great.
One, two, three. I've been spending all my time trying to read your mind. Sometimes the things you do, they don't make sense to me. Try to say what's on my mind, but a second later I'm wishing I just kept it to myself. I'm just looking for some common ground. He's really not your type, but he wears clothes you like and cooks you dinner like I used to. I've been drinking every night, trying to find this right, or maybe just somebody for the night. I'm just looking for some common ground. Common ground. spending all my time trying to read your mind. Sometimes the things you do, they don't make sense to me. Trying to say what's on my mind, but a second later I wish that I just kept it to myself. I'm just looking for some common ground.
Josh Pettinger and crew at Wicked Squid Studios on Smith Street in Rochester have the expertise, experience, and the facility to handle all of your band's needs with an emphasis on community experience and fun. Drop them a line today to schedule your next recording session or to become a member of their studio today. This episode is brought to you by Bop Shop Records, Bernunzio Uptown Music, Soundsource, and Three Heads Brewing. Our home again this season is the warm, creative space of Bop Shop Records. At 1460 Monroe Avenue, Bop Shop Records is celebrating 30 years of presenting live creative music and is the best place in the 585 for jazz, blues, and classic rock in a curated vinyl selection. Bernunzio Uptown Music, located in Rochester's East End, has been providing Rochester and the world with quality vintage, new, and used string instruments since 1976. Bernunzio's also offers concerts, workshops, and jam sessions. They are now also a registered Stetson hat dealer. Find your sound in a Stetson. Trusted by musicians, recording engineers, and consumers, SoundSource is the place to go for audio gear, repair, consignment needs, and to have all your questions answered by knowledgeable and friendly staff. Visit them at 161 Norris Drive today. Good people, great beer, amazing music. Three Heads Brewing on Atlantic Avenue is quickly becoming a Rochester and regional favorite for unique brews and one-of-a-kind music. Concerts are Thursday through Saturday, with the Rochester residency kicking each week off, but the beer and good times are on tap every day of the week.
Give me back my sweater and don't come to my shows. You were so set on saying goodbye. Oh baby, don't you know that I'm so tired of being nice, tired of kissing up. You're saying I'm the one who told you not to go have fun. I'm not. Let's do it somewhere else. Got a date for once. She's someone from my past, and she's back and forth with me, and I'm pretty sure that it won't last. Pretty done with that. You know that I'm so tired of being nice. Saying I'm the one who told you not to go have fun. I'm not. Let's do it somewhere else. and I still feed your cats. Still come home to see you high and passed out on the couch. I'm pretty done with that. You know that I'm so tired of being nice. Tired of kissing up. You're saying I'm the one who told you not to go have fun. I'm not. Let's do it somewhere else. You won't make your mind up, and you're telling me to move on, but you still treat me like you do, and I don't want to wind up missing you. You won't make your mind up. You're telling me to move on, but you still treat me like you do, and I don't want to wind up missing you. We'll go out to dinner. You might hold my hand. You might kiss me goodnight. Go back home to your man. You tell me you're sorry, but you don't feel the same. We'll go out the next night and do it all again. You won't make your mind up, and you're telling me to move on, but you still treat me like you do, and I don't want to wind up missing you. You won't make your mind up, telling me to move on, but you still treat me like you do, and I don't want to wind up missing you. Back to your apartment. It's almost 3 a.m. You kick me out at sunrise. Walk back home to bed. Oh, you tell me be patient. Oh, that you and he won't last. Every time you bicker, oh, you're kissing up. You won't make your mind up, and you're telling me to move on, but you still treat me like you do, and I don't want to wind up. I don't want to wind up. I don't want to wind up missing you. A new one for you. It's called End of the Night. This is like the 3rd time we played as a band. See what happens. me when I said I'm fine. I'll hold my tongue and just swallow my pride. Keep taking chances, but it don't seem right, because I'm still alone at the end of the night. Because I'm still alone at the end of the night. You say to spend the night out, like we're just alright now. Oh baby, let's just hang out. You can hide the new guy and I'll talk to your friends while I can't keep looking at you. What can he give you that I can't? And we never move much further than a casual encounter. What do you mean to me, Cindy? When I said I'm fine, I'll hold my tongue and just swallow my pride. Keep taking chances, but it don't seem right, because I'm still alone at the end of the night. Because I'm still alone at the end of the night. You talk like you've been around. I think that I know better now. Yeah, babe, you talk a big game for someone who don't know what she's playing at. I can't keep telling myself you owe me something I can't keep, and we never move much further than a casual encounter. What do you mean to me, Cindy? Something inside me when I said I'm fine. I'll hold my tongue and just swallow my pride. I keep taking chances, but it don't seem right, because I'm still alone at the end of the night. Because I'm still alone at the end of the night. Thank you guys so much. We're the Sideways. I hope y'all have a wonderful night.
I used to come.
Do you guys mind if we play a cover really quick?
Do it.
All right.
You want to hear one more?
see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Ooh, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. See the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. Ooh, Biggie, Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. That's why they're broken, you're so paid. Ooh, Biggie, Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. That's why they're broken, you're so paid. Raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Oh, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
I don't think we've ever played a set without playing that song.
Don't you know that I'm so tired of being nice, tired of kissing up. You're saying I'm the one who told you not to go have fun. I'm not. Let's do it somewhere else. got a date for once.